All right, on to this. Omicron has taken the spotlight this New Year's Eve as caseloads nationwide are surpassing, get this, January 2021 levels. Now, we know Omicron is more mild. However, the caseload is particularly high. Meanwhile, President Biden, what's he doing? He's spending the holiday at his beach house. It's his 31st trip there. But his administration is urging the Supreme Court to keep his vaccine mandate on private companies, the same one, by the way, that is helping cause the worker shortage. But that aside, members of Congress, meanwhile, are saying it's time to block the vaccine mandate. I would happen to agree with them, Lawrence and Joey Jones. It's pretty remarkable the way that this president has abused his authority. He used OSHA, a very little used regulation, to seize on emergency power in a way that's never been done, to create this onerous vaccine mandate on the American people. You know, I was looking into a National Review article on the likelihood of the Supreme Court upholding this. And just this July, get this, the Congressional Research Service said this about that OSHA provision he used for his vaccine mandate. They said that this has rarely been used, this authority, in the past, and it's not been used since the courts, get this, struck down an asbestos similar related order in 1983. So in other words, the last time this provision was used was 1983, and the court struck it down. So Biden has really exceeded his authority. And guys caused a lot of economic pain and hardship in doing so, Lawrence. You
know, Kayleigh, I got to tell you, I continue to be baffled by the administration response to COVID, especially when you have the President of the United States just telling us days ago that he was against a federal response. Now, we know what the courts have been doing the entire time. The courts have been striking down all these federal mandates. They've simply said that they just can't do it. They don't have the authority to do it. They've sided a little bit more when it comes to states and local governments, but on the federal level, they have not been favorable to the Biden administration. Bill Bennett, our Fox News contributor, former education secretary, said he predicts that there's going to be a great relearning in response to the COVID response. Watch.
This may be the educational shakeup we need. But I do think the great relearning is beginning. I think it's beginning in earnest. When you talk to people around the country, citizens, those subjects are becoming citizens, to use your nice phrase there. I think you can see sign of this, and people are tired of surrendering to the experts who have been so wrong. Just one last thing. When the head of CDC says, well, we thought 10 days for lockup, would be proper, but we decided to go with 5 because we think that's all that the public can bear. Well, that ain't science. That's policy.
That ain't science. That's policy. You know what it is? It's politics is what it is. And we don't need bureaucrats making decisions that we elected politicians for. You know, Lawrence, you said you're baffled by this. I'm beyond baffled by it. We have a president who got elected into office with this big pitch on coronavirus and how he was the savior. And we saw this week just how unprepared this administration is. I hope that, for the sake of this country, I hope they get their stuff together and start making forward-looking decisions.
Mm-hmm. No doubt about it. You know, President Biden said it's time to shut down the virus. He promised us he'd do so, but it really feels like COVID, in many ways, has shut us down. It's very much unfortunate.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.